The world remade by COVID-19 offers a view of how business and society may develop over the next 3 to 5 years as the world navigates the potential long-term implications of the global pandemic. During pandemic, most important, resilient leaders. It is needed to explore how trends we see during the pandemic could shape into the world in the long term, to identify decisions and actions that will improve resilience to the rapidly changing landscape, and to move beyond recovering from the crisis and towards thriving in the long run. Leaders must take decisive actions to ensure their organizations are resilient. Here are some advices of how the leaders have to manage or to assume the role of a leader during the pandemic scenario. The workforce is looking to trust its leaders, and this trust can now be inspired only with clear and focused actions. The actions of the leaders have to show their employees that they care for each individual. Leadership has to become more transparent. Leaders also work on building shared purpose with their employees now. With teams operating remotely and with uncertainty looming large, employees need an anchor to get a sense of connection and belonging. When people are connected to their work, when they have a sense of shared purpose, they become more committed to their work. Leaders have to help employees reconnect with their work, find a sense of purpose and excitement in their roles, and relearn how it ties back to the business goals. While leadership had to always maintain clear communication, today these communications need to be more detailed, transparent, emphatic, and continuous. Leadership has to step down from its altar and get down into the trenches. This means becoming more visible in even standard meetings. The pandemic just shows that we need to accelerate human and machine collaboration to support people to adopt a more digital way of working. Those in leadership roles have to know take many such tough decisions, whether it is to restructure and realign the workforce, identify new revenue streams, refocus the business, or include more automation. The road ahead involves taking several new and tough decisions. These have to be taken with integrity, intention, and without guilt. These are venerable traits in the new world. If leaders are not already working with cross-functional, agile teams, the time to do so will be now. There is no place for functional silos anymore. The world is now only going to become more volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. As leaders face this new world, past experience might not be enough to navigate through the current scenarios. For this, developing traits of flexibility to accept challenge, agility to deal with such challenge easily, and empathy to help others to overcome rapidly, changing reality become more essential arsenal in the leadership. Leadership also has to now take a deeper dive into the growth mindset. They have to actively invite and objectively evaluate information and ideas not only from within their own organization, but also from peers and colleagues in their organization. Leadership has to believe in learning intelligence. They have to develop the ability to look for help and learn. Now, putting aside the role as a leader in a team, we have to comprehend that it's important also the habits of the own leader on its own. Like number one, it's self-care. We all need rest to free ourselves from a constantly stressful, connected environment. The most important thing you can do for yourself it is to get enough sleep, exercise regularly, put down the electronic, and spend time with family and friends. You cannot effectively lead your organization through a crisis if you are not well. Number two, rely on your team. Bring your team into discussions and planning and execution strategies. You will quickly see how valuable your team members are and better understand what they are capable of. Number three, planning and preparation are the key. Brainstorm actionable strategies with your leadership team. Walk through a number of what-if scenarios that can be rapidly executed at a moment's notice. Some of the worst business decisions are made when emotions direct the outcome. Number 4. Communicate thoughtfully. Communicate information clearly and honestly so others don't need to guess and possibly fill voids with inaccurate information. When people are feeling stress and anxiety, it is especially important to share information clearly from the beginning so it is not misconstrued. Never assume that your team and clients automatically know how to succeed. That doesn't just happen on its own. Number 5. Personal ideas matters. Employees often leave their personal beliefs and ideals out of the workplace for fear of crossing professional lines. Don't dismiss your personal ideas and standards, especially in the face of a crisis. Number 6. Get to know others better. The best leaders take responsibility for meeting people where they are and try to communicate with them in ways they understand. That means understanding different work styles, references, and attitudes. Number 7. Use partners, peers, and external experts as resources. This can offer tremendous benefits, including enhanced leadership and management skills, strategies for sustainable growth, advice for attracting talent, and more. Number 8. Study the facts and be transparent. People trust leaders who are honest, and they will quickly lose faith if they don't trust the information they are given. Number 9. Reward your team. Incentivize and reward those who make sacrifices to help the team and the organization that it succeed. And number 10. Look forward, not back. You may not always feel optimistic, but keeping your eye on a better future gives people a goal to work forward and make you a stronger leader.